And we are live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fanboy Modeling School. Hello and welcome to the Fanboy Modeling School. This one is going to be a little weird because we're both doing our old Star Wars AHSOKA finale review, and then we're going to get into politics and punch each other while we're drunk. How are you guys tonight?
Absolutely amazing. I stand aghast and washed by the mayhem and chaos in the world.
Who the hell are you?
Titan, really. I gotta tell you, this vegan lifestyle has really changed my outlook.
Okay, enough of this shit. I'm the Fat Mantis. I'm in HD. That's Steve. He has many gimmicks. And down here is my man,
Shaolin Iceboxer. What's up?
What up, yo? So we have decided. I know some people would love to see what we have to say about going on in the Middle East and Israel and stuff. We have opted not to discuss that because we like to
have a clear thought.
But not just that. I think we like subjects that we can be like silly around and joke around about, and I just feel like that's not really a joking subject right now.
No, it's not a joking subject at all.
But we'll talk about more like funny subjects like the border crisis.
Yeah, very light. You know what is funny, my brothers? Hilariously funny to get into it because our brother Shaolin's on a time crunch, so we want to jump right into the bullshit. What is hilarious and what I'm laughing at out loud is reviewers, scoopers, theory crafters desperately clawing at something in regards to AHSOKA episode 8. I'm just going to say it right now. Subjective. I know it's subjective. My opinion, my experience with this. I enjoyed the show. Bottom line for me, episode 1 to episode 8, all things considered, was it perfect? No, or seldomly things aren't. But here I am sitting here after watching a fictional fucking show about a woman with horns for ears and saying that I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? That's my point.
Damn,
there was no
agenda. What a wild take. What a wild take.
Wild fucking take. I don't even know who you are anymore. Do you want to give us like a score, or you don't believe in scores? Are you?
No, I believe in scores. I'll give you a score. I actually gave the show overall an 8. All things considered, overall an 8. I thought, and I'm looking at it from a writing standpoint. I'm looking at it from my experience in loving comics and things and nerdom. From episode 1 to 8, I believe that we got just what you needed for a first season. And that's the issue that people are having with episode 8. They're thinking that everything should have been wrapped up and revealed. Well, surprise, motherfuckers. It's multiple seasons. Yeah. Right? Surprise.
Well, wait, hold on. For starters, let's hope it's multiple seasons because Disney might go out of business or sell to Apple any day now. So we don't know what the future for anything is.
That's a point. But
I'm sure when he made it, I'm positive he assumed he was going to get X more seasons. Which is fine. Matt Cat says you like what you like, Steve.
That's true. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. See, that's a reasonable response, man. That is a reasonable response. Yeah, that's what I got. That I enjoyed it, man. I thought episode 8 wrapped in a way that made sense, right? I feel as if though I called it. I was like, we're not going to get Ray Stevenson's what's his character's name? Balin. He's not going to find Abeloth.
Knew it was going to happen. Yeah.
The little evil Yoda that people like to draw, the dark side Yoda. He's not.
I love the dark side Yoda.
Hey, look, my literal prediction the last time we talked was that he was going to go somewhere and stare off into the damn distance. And what happened?
Oh my God. Well, you know you're Filoni.
I
You know
knew that shit was gonna happen.
Welcome in, Pink Princess.
What's up, Bex? But yo, that reveal though, the statues though, okay, the father and the son, the father and the son.
I love it.
No, but and the broken daughter. I loved it as an Easter egg. Yeah. But once again, it's not even, you can't even say it's even wetting your lips or whatever. It's just like it's just a crumb. It's a crumb of a pie, and you're like, I want at least a bite of a pie.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because people have so many wild speculations as to what they're doing. Now, obviously, they're the gods of the Force, so it would make sense that they would appear to all practitioners of the Force, no matter what galaxy they're in. Right, because Mortis, and this is another thing. Like YouTuber X, otherwise known as Grace Randolph, she thinks they're on Mortis, and I'm like, Mortis is on another dimension. It's like not even it's like heaven or so. You can't fly there. But another bad call from Grace Randolph. Of course. But like everyone, like Steve said, is having wild speculation as to what it all means, and you know what? They have not given us enough pieces to the puzzle as to what Balin even wants.
There's no way to know. It's clear he wants something to do with the Force and maybe balance somewhere in between. I don't know, but we don't know for sure.
Because I've heard people think he wants to start a school away from the galactic struggle so that they can come back later, his knights. Right. And they'd be gray Jedi. Some people think he wants an entrance to Mortis and try to become the father. Which we all know Anakin is already filling that role, so you better think again. Who knows? Maybe there's Abeloth. Like I said, it is canonical. I did look it up. Abeloth was sent to the Maw, which is the most powerful black hole, which is in the center of the Kessel Run.
Right.
And those tentacles that attacked Han Solo's thing was supposed to be a cameo from her.
Wow.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Shaolin, what do you give it? How did you feel about it? What were your thoughts? Episodes 1 through 8.
So I'm in complete agreement with Steve, man. It is a clean 8 for me. It is a clean 8. I like the finale, man. There was a lot there that I enjoyed. A lot of the stuff that went down. If we're talking about my caveman brain, that final fight with Morgan and Ahsoka was not too bad at all. That was prequel level, maybe even a step above. I
agree.
And that was Shaw Brothers shit right there, bro.
Diana Lee Inosanto, man, she definitely showed she was a lifelong martial artist, man, because she showed off.
But it's crazy that they only did it for one fight. They misused that actress. She should have been doing crazy shit this whole time.
I do not like that spoilers. I do not like that they killed her either. I don't like that.
Oh, what a waste of a villain. I
don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that she died.
Yeah. But honestly, they should have had her doing martial arts, showing off martial artsy stuff the entire time. Yeah. Or at least let her live so she can do it in the future. But that's a waste of a martial artist.
Definitely. But that being said, that fight scene was bad ass. That goes into some of the top, fights in Star Wars that I've seen live action. I like what they did with the Night Troopers. Right. They are in fact undead. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they got me there.
And it was interesting that Ahsoka and Sabine and Ezra switched places. So now they're stuck there.
Some would say it's frustrating, but
it's an interesting choice. And then I also do love, for me anyway, this was confirmation that it was in fact Anakin Skywalker that spoke.
Boom!
He fell into the water because at the end we got him watching over as a Force ghost. So to me, that was
who didn't think it was Anakin Skywalker?
A bunch of people
do. People were saying, it was like a figment of her imagination.
Oh, it's the I think somebody said it was the brother. They're like, it's the brother in disguise.
Right, like it wasn't actually him.
I was sure it was him.
Absolutely. So no, it clearly is. There's no dispute now that it was.
Rory, what did you think?
Okay, so I will put it in the I liked it camp. I am pushing it down to a 7, possibly a 6.5. And so here's why. Actually, first I want to say what I liked about it. I think that it reminds me of not original Star Wars, but this is a general feel of Star Wars. It paid homage to the extended universe. It paid homage to it even took time to pay homage to the crap that's coming and what was before it. It honored a lot, and it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy that stuff. But as a writer, they had such poor writing. It really, and particularly at the end, there was a lot of parts that you're like, okay. So an example is Sabine's powers. They could have had her slowly gain her powers or her actually practice, but in the end, they're like, just have her do it. And if I was Ezra, I would be like, you literally just picked up a lightsaber with your force. You're not going to toss me over into a super leap. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. But of course, for writing purposes, they had to have it happen. I thought that was a little silly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I thought that whole sequence was silly. The force pushing thing.
Doing a double jump like this is the Super Mario Brothers. Like, here's another thing. I got to say, it's kind of just like lazy, and I think they don't know who their audience is, but like when you have undead stormtroopers and people with laser swords, like that could have been a crazy scene.
It could have.
They should have gone in there hacking limbs, hacking heads off, stuff like that. It could have been real crazy.
Maybe in a non-Disney era, but it definitely
Disney-fied.
Bro, put this on the back burner, right? This is the curse of PG-13, right? This is the curse of PG-13. Yes. We should have got a full-on kick-ass type of moment in that scene. The minute I fight something and it doesn't die when I reflect its laser beam at it, my next instinct, as Shaolin pointed out in another conversation, and other people are pointing out, you as well, Mantis, I'm going full throttle hack and slash. I'm not worried about morality. Like, cut his arm off. I'm cutting him in half, bro. I'm splitting him down the middle.
Even the dog on Screen Rant asked, why didn't they just cut their legs so they couldn't chase them? Like, yeah, okay. So, but I would have liked full force, but once again, it is Disney, so we got to let it go. That they won't let Boba Fett be a criminal, so they won't let Jedi hack up some zombie body parts, right? So there were a bunch of that throughout the series. However, particularly the finale, I did enjoy. I really did like it. Like I like that Ezra breaks out a blue lightsaber and they have the colors represented. That was a great scene. Another poor writing, I have to say. Balin and his apprentice were like the coolest thing, and then the last two episodes they basically make them not the coolest thing, and they're like, they're not important anymore, ignore them.
But I told you guys that I was like, there's no way with a show that's named Ahsoka they're gonna let this stay stage front, because that's cowardice in writing.
Here's what I'm saying, here's what is good writing though. I would have at least had times where they visit him. Remember, he climbed up that statue? They could have had him climbing up the statue. Yeah, they could have had anything happen along the way. He could have fought someone. He could have met someone. We could have had him have a flashback about something. Whatever it is, but just don't ignore him, because the entire episode I was like, yo, where's my man Balin?
Right.
I was looking at my watch. I was like, where is he? And I even, Shaolin predicted, he's like, they're probably just going to have him stare off. And I was like, when it was ending, I was like, they're not even going to have him stare off. But then they jammed it in at the last second. They're like, oh, we forgot about Balin.
Really quickly, let me ask you guys a question, man. Would you have rather they reversed the sequence of release, right? So we got the first two episodes for the premiere. I would have much rather that we would have got episode 7 and 8 versus episode 1 and 2 right away. And if they would have done that and said, hey, we're going to center focus to make sure the conclusion, the conflict between Thrawn and Ahsoka, all that stuff, in my mind, that should have been something that was in episode 7. 8 should have been entirely about, I'm talking about perfect world, right? In my mind, a story crafting. 8 should have been completely about Balin. And I think we would have all accepted that. Like, if we would have saw that they were stranded in episode 7, you're like, okay. The name of the show is Ahsoka, but we'll see what happens in 8. And if 8 was all about Balin's journey, even up until the point where he gets to the door of where Abeloth,
right, anything, any hint at what this man is doing. It could have been a door, a treasure chest, a volcano, whatever the fuck it is. At least have him. We don't even know what he's looking at.
Right.
Okay, that is so frustrating. I'm glad you said that, because internet sleuths around the world, right? At first, Star Wars Theory, everyone else was very, very up in the air about the conclusion of the episode. But then a strange thing happened, Shaolin. The next day, I was like, I'm going to come back and see what they find when they do their zoom in edits and then that type of commentary. Did you guys? I didn't notice it in first play, just like I didn't notice a certain thing in Loki either for the premiere episode.
I assume you're talking about what I accidentally just slipped. Not accidentally slipped, but a volcano in the distance.
Yeah, well, not a volcano.
Some sort of light. Yeah, some sort of light in the distance.
And it's almost exactly the same in the Mortis arc of Clone Wars. Anakin, when he got separated from Obi-Wan and Ahsoka after following the sister, which I went back and rewatched, he saw the beacon of light, which led him to the Father. So this is how it ties into the whole, because I don't want to waste our time, right? I don't want to waste our time. We only get limited time to talk about this shit. At the end of the episode, he's standing on the Father's hand and multiple people, and I slowed it down myself. I'm like, holy shit, it's that same shimmering light. What? It's off in the distance.
Oh wow, okay.
I totally missed it.
Yeah, and everyone's reporting on it.
Wait, I saw the light, but like I didn't place it with anything. It was just light to me. Yeah. I thought it was a volcano in the distance or something.
No. So if you go back and watch the original arc, and remember, we're dealing with
Lo-Fi.
What up, Lo-Fi? We're dealing with Hollywood here, but yeah, it's the same type of deal. When Anakin was standing on the cliff and he's trying to figure out what to do after he got separated from Ahsoka and Obi-Wan in the Mortis arc, he sees this beacon of light on top of the mountain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then Screen Rant, Star Wars Theory, and then everyone else started reporting on it like, holy shit, there's a beacon of light that he's looking at. And that's what the hand is pointing at.
So you know how everyone's saying that like Ahsoka's going to be the daughter and Anakin is already the father. We know at his death he replaced him. Right. And people keep making wild guesses who will be the brother. Will it be Sabine? There's no way he's supposed to represent evil. Mm-hmm. However, I don't think it's Darth Maul, right? Is it possible that it will be Balin?
Oh.
So that's the other thing.
A more chilled out evil will reside over the dark side.
A more moderate.
Yes.
Evil.
So that's what people are speculating. The other huge speculation is, everyone's leaning in heavy into the Abeloth theory. They think that Balin's going to be the first of the possessed. Because
he's going to try to.
I didn't know what Abeloth's power set was until I went and did some research for the show. And as I look over at this fucking screen, which is why I have my fucking camera.
You study too hard for this stream. It's just a bunch of guys hanging out, bro.
Apparently, Abeloth. How familiar are you guys with that story arc?
Sure.
Pretty familiar, yeah.
I know the Ross jokes.
So, Shaolin, you know that there was a lost tribe of the Sith that showed up. There's a whole fucking thing that happens with this thing. But Abeloth has the ability to force dominate. Like, not only force dominate, she eats people's souls.
Yeah.
Like, there's no coming back from what she does.
Just like a woman.
Yes.
You preaching right now. You don't even realize it. Preaching.
But fucking people think that Balin is going to be the first of the possessed, which is one of her power sets, and they also think that the reason that the Balin separated from Shin was because he doesn't want her to be that. He doesn't want her to become the first.
Oh, he doesn't want her to. Oh, that's pretty smart. He already knows what he's in for. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. That would be cool if he really thought that deep into it.
Yeah.
So, did you guys notice that they represent the family, the Force family, the ones or the overlords? They represent the alignment chart. So, daughter is good, brother is evil, father is order. Abeloth is chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, so like it's well thought out.
Wait, who represents him? I'm fucking slow. I'm stupid.
So Abeloth was originally the mother.
Yeah.
And so she ended up becoming pure chaos, and father is pure order.
I got you. I thought you were saying someone else.
So it's like I'm thinking like D&D. Like you know how there's like chaotic or lawful, or there's good or evil. So that it's interesting. But there's a bunch of things. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep complaining about the writing. So, like, I'll give you an example. Ezra, I wish they had surprised us who the stormtrooper is who makes it back to the ship at the end. But they didn't bother surprising us. But are you feeling me on that one? We all knew that he stole the costume and he was the stormtrooper that flew. And you know how, because they try to trick you. They're like, everyone surrounds the guy.
Yeah.
And Chopper. It would have been better if we had no idea that it was Ezra, or they kind of fool us.
Like
it's
a
not Ezra.
Black type of situation, or
like we think Ezra died.
Yeah.
or something, and then we're like, oh, and then we're relieved. We're like, oh my god, he survived.
There's more meat
make it a little dramatic for me, guys.
Yeah, there's a little more meat.
You have inadvertently pointed out what I thought was bad writing. Thrawn, Mr. 3 Steps Ahead, Mr. Midnight himself. You telling me he's not sending down a team to verify that no one made it on the ship? Like, just think about that for a second. Are you telling me Thrawn, the guy who's like, it's acceptable losses, doesn't send down a team like, hey, do me a favor. We had our garbage guy manning the door down there. Would you just mind go checking it out, make sure no one's dead?
right. No, I feel you. Anyone who puts faith in a stormtrooper is an idiot.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the oxymoron. It's just like Thrawn's a genius, but he relies on stormtroopers. like how smart can he be? Right? Like a bunch of idiots are supposed to take out Jedi trained people. I mean, come on. I will say this: Ezra, and there's a compliment to it. Ezra is literally Ezra from the cartoon, in my opinion.
100%. That actor's doing an amazing job.
Amazing jobs. However, Sabine has yet to be Sabine. She's not like I know she kind of looks like her.
Thank God we don't have to sit through that shit again. What are you talking about?
Is it weird that they're reinforcing her and Ahsoka's relationship and not her and Ezra's?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have liked it better. I don't know what they're planning in the future. Obviously, they've got to plan. There's a reason why this happened, but I would have preferred Sabine end up with Ezra because it seems so like they kind of wasted their point. They saved Ezra, but then they don't get to be with him.
But there has to be a witness, right? How will Ahsoka's death in season 2 mean anything if only the fucking snails see it?
That's interesting that you should say that. You know why? I have a crazy theory. You guys ready?
Ready.
What's up?
I believe this is set. I believe this has set up the movie. However, I think it's possible Ahsoka will not be in it.
I 100% agree with that. I think this movie should be called Everyone Get Dead, right? Because at the end of the day, Disney is not going to do what I want them to do, which is completely discard that trilogy, right? They already greenlit a movie with Rey. What's going to happen is they're going to give us the bow that all you motherfuckers have been wanting, right? All these even that meme you sent in the group, Mantis. These people cannot be on the board when Ben and fucking Daisy and fucking they can't be on the board, so they got to make their deaths.
But that's gonna be so sad if they kill them all off. That's the whole
thing. I'm predicting it down to Cal Kestis. Every one of these motherfuckers is gonna die.
That will be the real fall of the Jedi. That will break the fuck out of my heart.
Because I'm hoping their deaths are impactful.
That's interesting that you say that because I wasn't going that far. My whole theory is that if they're going back to Mortis because of this planet, I think that's where Ahsoka's going to become the daughter, and she's not coming back to the regular galaxy. She's going to achieve godhood here.
They need to do something. Here's the deal. Disney, they better not do that, and I'm gonna tell you why. If they kill all these people off, they will not have learned their lesson. Okay, because this sequel trilogy, what did they do? They killed Han Solo.
They killed all the real heroes.
They killed Luke Skywalker.
And they gave us budget ones.
They started it was just a hackathon, man, and not like a tech one. They just hacking people up.
Right. You know what it is? I'm fine with them hacking people up as long as they honored them, but they disrespected them before they killed them.
Which is in a proper way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And look, Ahsoka, like or hate the show, man, she is an original character that has progressed over time, not regressed, right? Not only that, her race is long lived. They live to be like 200 years old, so you can get a lot of mileage out of this character.
You know what I mean? You know what else is interesting? So check this out. The reason why they were so gassed about Ahsoka is Disney is in the business of selling princesses. And even if they have franchises that aren't about a princess, they'll still be like, this person's technically a princess or this female. And they wanted that for Star Wars, which is why they greenlit a female Jedi main protagonist. However, Rey did not sell well amongst little girls. Adult women love Rey for some reason, but like women like in their 20s, but little girls did not gravitate toward her. So then later on, Ahsoka was doing well in terms of marketing toward the little kids, and they're like, this is our Disney Princess Star Wars.
There's a reason for that, right? Because little girls got to watch little girl Ahsoka from being Snip up into Ahsoka proper.
That's a good point. That is a very
they're like, why would they gravitate to Rey? And actually, I would like to make the official statement that I think Rey had the chance to be a great character, right? I think, Mantis did some fan fiction on it. Shaolin has talked about it as well, man. There was a chance for her to be impactful, and I'm going to keep using that word, but they chose not to do it. And this is why, forgive me, my brothers, I'm just going to say something, but not go on a fucking long rant about it. This is why you don't hire fucking thespians or artistes to handle billion-dollar properties.
Right.
What's his name? Ryan Johnson? Is that
Yeah, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson probably did something that we all didn't understand, but it just came to me like a cold chill or herpes, right? Ryan Johnson probably hates Star Wars and has always hated Star Wars.
Say all things point to that, since he seemed to hate all the original characters. He treated them like shit.
Yep.
And Ryan Johnson is a deconstructionist at heart, right? He's the person that looks at something and he says, you're not really giving it the type. He doesn't have that type of accent, but you're not giving it the impactful feeling that it needs. But we didn't come here for that, did we?
That's not what fans come for.
I didn't come for high art.
No, yeah, exactly. And you're all right, because I did not like where they were going when they went with remember that criminal they meet on Canto Bight, who's only in the movie for like 2 seconds. But
DJ.
Oh,
that was his name. DJ.
And so
Benicio del Toro's character, right?
Yes, and I can't fucking stand that the point he's trying to teach them. He's like he's like the rebels and the Empire get their weapons from the same place. They're really two sides of the same coin. I don't want to fucking hear that. Right. Star Wars is about good guys and bad guys. I don't want to hear an argument as to why rebels participate in arms dealing and therefore bad people. Fuck you, dude.
Right.
I want to throw something out for you guys for the second segment on this topic, right? So I sent you guys in our private manscaping group, right? Manscaping sponsoring Fanboy Modeling School, Blurred Herd. And if you ever need to get rid of all your nasty hairs downstairs, remember, we have no promo codes.
We got nothing for you. Get the fuck out of my face and get a job.
We have another issue we need to deal with, the conclusion of Ahsoka. Let me just close my notes here. Fuck you, Mantis. We have the issue that Disney has struggled with, and we've watched them fail with one major property. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman. He's an amazing actor. He was a lifetime talent. I truly believe this. Once in a lifetime talent.
I'm still angry about the Academy Awards, by the way.
Yeah, I'm still angry about it too. They did not recast. Right? So now we have Ray Stevens, who is also an accomplished character actor. Will they make the same mistake twice? Will they make the same mistake twice and not understand that this person is past? But the story must continue.
What I'm going to say is going to be hated, but it has to be said. It was the mistake that they did in Solo, and I don't want them to do it again. I want them to recast. However, I want someone who can mimic the performance of the original actor. If they have a different glib or whatever, or talk or whatever, it will fuck it completely up.
Or if they're too big of a star, I'll be...
Oh, right, absolutely. You take you right out. But like with Solo... I cannot believe that they didn't understand that they had to find an actor that can do a good impersonation of Han Solo. Because Han Solo is such a unique hero. He's such a character.
He's Harrison Ford in space. It's what we assume Harrison Ford.
You have to have a Harrison Ford type. And the guy couldn't even say his lines the same. You know, like, real, so that's what I want. However, a lot of people will be like, that's disrespectful to the actor who died.
No.
I think it actually honors the actor, to be honest.
Yeah. So did you guys watch the video I sent with the picks that were recommended in that video for potential replacements?
I feel like a lot of times they were looking at looks.
So, see, I disagree with you there, because they picked two actors that they said, hey, these two guys can do an impersonation of Ray Stevens, or at least the stoic approach. So one the first one, the number 1 pick, was too short, but they're like, hey, this guy and Ray Stevens have very similar acting approaches. They picked your boy from Lord of the Rings,
right,
and from Game of Thrones. What's his name?
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Yeah. What do you think, Shaolin? What do you think? Sean Bean stepping in for fucking Ray Stevens.
I kind of like it, honestly. I kind of like it, man.
If anyone has to do it, he could do it.
I'm not. Yeah, I can see him doing it, 100%. And I don't see why they wouldn't recast, because this ain't a Black Panther level sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Disney Plus show.
Yeah, we love him, but we haven't seen even a fraction of him as much as Black Panther. So,
motherfucker, they paid him $200,000. They didn't love him. They didn't love Ray Stevens.
It's a television show that you get paid less, and he's not the main character. I dig it. I understand that.
Yo, his fucking Padawan got $500,000.
Wait, that no name bitch?
That's the quote that's going on out there.
I'm done. Why did you?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so rude right there. But I'm saying, who was she to get 500? Yo, is this a Me Too thing? You know what, like equal pay? They're like, women need equal pay.
No, Me Too has to do with being victimized.
Like, whatever the fuck it is, equal pay or whatever the equal pay argument is, which is stupid. Wait, hold on. Here's what I'm saying. Sisters, listen to me. Let Mantis ramble before you go on. It's not that I hate you. I just don't value you. I'm kidding. Here's what it is. Actors should get paid whether they are headlining it, but also by their popularity. Nobody knows who the actress is who played Shin Hati is. No. I wouldn't say he's a household name, but a lot of people know who Ray Stevens is. They've seen him in other shit. There's no way he should get paid less. He even has more lines and he's more important to the plot.
Right.
So I'm not even sure why he would get paid less. That's like weird.
It's what happened allegedly. So they picked Ray Stevens. Right?
I wonder if it's because of the rumor of what took him, but it's all rumor, and I'm not sure we should speculate on, like, someone who died.
What? What? What happened? Well, now you got to say it. What happened?
So the speculation is that he was super into drugs or something, and like maybe he had a bad maybe
does that have to do with the price of oranges? I don't give a fuck.
If you have a bad reputation in the business, they'll be like, we're not gonna pay you shit if you're gonna cause trouble on my set.
Yeah, no, that shit doesn't fly, man, because look at how many motherfuckers have bad reputations. Like, throw the money at him. Yo, you telling me Russell Crowe's never hit a woman? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm sure he hits women every time.
All right, so they picked Beam.
And once again, wait, before we go any further, I have no one has confirmed that that's why he was underpaid, but that's just a rumor.
Mm-hmm. So they picked Beam, and then the next pick I was like, man, I wouldn't have thought of this, but I thought it was amazing. You man that played Sabretooth and was on Ray Donovan and also played the Killer.
But he plays a good tough guy, but can he play the nobility of?
I believe he can, but here's the thing: his stature, character actors. I noticed in this list they only picked character actors for this, and I'm like, yo, I think he could actually pull this off, man. What are your thoughts, guys? But I don't know the actor's name. I'm not looking it up.
I know who you're talking about, but yeah, I don't know. He just always strikes me as like a troglodyte.
Yes, he's a thug. He always plays a thug.
Yeah, so
right, and I respect him and I like that actor, but like I feel like I've never seen him do something where he shows like British knightly nobility, which is like Ray Stevens played the perfect knight. Like I said, sometimes I felt like I was watching Game of Thrones. It was like I even call him sometimes Sir Balin by accident.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to our third choice. Khaleesi's slide off, her cuck, her best friend. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The motherfucker. The motherfucker that was like, I will always love you, Khaleesi, and died needlessly in a ill thought out campaign. What's the brother's name, man? What's the guy's name?
So he's Sir Jorah Mormont in the show. I don't know what the actor's name is, but he played him an amazing knight, a very noble knight, right?
Yeah,
so
he did.
Right.
He did.
And they're saying that like his ability, working with the longsword, which you guys know as weapons practitioner, is not easy. they're saying that could lend very heavily to Ray Stevenson's Balin's fighting style, which I thought about for a second. I'm like, he did fight like he had a fucking long sword. That's why,
he's like a medieval knight with a freaking greatsword or whatever. Liev Schreiber is the name.
Schreiber.
Matt, thank you for that. Agreed, Mantis. I still don't know who the actress is who plays Shinadi. Do you guys know about the whole like her and Sabine thing? There's a lot of photos going around the internet. Apparently, these girls like to go out and party together a lot, and they're like hugging and they're all up on each other. And so, I think they're just being hot actresses, and paparazzi are taking pictures of them. But some people are like, "Are they secretly together?"
That's exactly what they want, y'all.
I mean, that's would be my fantasy. Right?
They want you talking. Yeah.
Do you guys have any picks for who? Okay, and then the last one in the video was Russell Crowe, right? And this lent into another theory, which I just want to throw out to you, fine gentlemen. There's a small pocket and on the internet, but a very vocal pocket that says that if Disney can make Andor, then they should think about continuing on in that stream of thought, making a more serious Star Wars. And a lot of people love Andor. I have not watched Andor myself. I plan on watching it this weekend, but they said that
you always say.
I do. They said there are two people they would love to see come to a Disney project. One of them would bring the other, vice versa. Ridley Scott directing a Star Wars.
A Star War.
Star War.
Go see a Star War.
Directing a Star Wars property, right? But they said if Ridley Scott did it, they would probably bring his favorite actor on board, which is speculated to be Russell Crowe. Now, there are obvious problems with that, even though I think Russell Crowe would be amazing.
You already gave us a reason why not to.
Exactly.
You said earlier, you said if they're too famous, and that will take me right out of it. I will not look at him as Balin. I will look at, I was like, it's Gladiator.
Love and Thunder. Yeah. He played Zeus in Love and Thunder, so we know that he'll do anything. He was in Virtuosity.
Don't ever bring that movie up to me again, ever, motherfucker. That is not a justification for anything. What is wrong with you?
No, I'm just saying, it's not like he's above doing Disney shit. He did Virtuosity, and
he does stupid shit all the time. I thought you were saying, you're like, look at that performance. The performance is
that movie. Oh, man,
which one? Love and Thunder or Virtuosity? Have either one of you seen Virtuosity?
I've seen it. It was the worst movie freaking ever. It's probably the only bad Denzel movie.
No, Denzel was amazing in it.
He was amazing in it, but the movie is bad.
No, the movie was amazing. Denzel was I have a quota I have to meet, and speaking out against Denzel films would take me outside that quota. But do you guys have picks? Do you have picks who you want to see take over Balin's character?
I don't have the gift of casting. I'm really bad at casting.
If I had to pick out of those four, I'd say Sean Bean personally. But
I agree.
I would go with Beam. I would go with Beam as well, man, because I'm like, he does have that nobility. He has that
so noble, such a noble guy.
Yeah.
Put him in a beard, he'll be good. Yeah.
He also follows the trend, and we've seen he's able to play a tragically confused character. Because make no mistake, guys, whatever happens next with fucking Balin, it was a bad move. Balin screams bad move. Yeah. The minute you hear a character say, "There's something calling to me," can't you hear it?
Oh, right. That's insanity.
Feel it? I think Sean Bean, after his portrayal on Game of Thrones, when we seen this motherfucker chained up after he thought he was doing the right thing, which he was, by the way. There's no argument about that.
Yo, basically, here's the deal. This is why I have to put it. This is why I'm so sure, or not sure, like super sure, but like, I think Ahsoka might not be in the main movie or whatever, because there has to be a season 2 before the next movie. And I'll tell you why. This is no place to leave the characters and to start a movie.
Right.
Ahsoka's in another galaxy? You're going to explain that to the audience? Then you got this guy Balin. People are like, who the fuck is this dude? And he's like, I'm hearing a calling, and he's wandering some planet. People won't, because what it is if they want big bucks, they don't want us diehards. It's clear that the shows are for diehards. The movies are for the casuals.
For everybody.
Right? Yeah. And so some dad brings his son, his 12-year-old. He's like, let's go see a new Star Wars movie. And they're going to say, what the fuck is happening here? Right? So it doesn't make sense that this is going to be like they just set up the movie and they do the movie. Right. So I think there's at least another season of Ahsoka, at least before we get that movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now, man. I'm telling you that season 2, everybody get dead in Jamaican voice. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, man. Sabine, dead. Right? She's going to die. She fits the arc of a character who is going to die.
Steve, oh my God, you're so wrong right now. You know what it is?
Bro, you know why I'm so right? You know why I'm so right?
Oh, let's hear this. Let's hear this one. Why are you
Here's
so right?
why I'm so right about this, right? Shaolin, do you remember that when Rey powerfully forces female defeated Palpatine? Do you both remember that scene?
Unfortunately, I do.
I don't remember it because it didn't happen.
So in the
I only remember canon.
In the mini Jedi voices that spoke to fucking
were there Jedi voices? I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, no, they were there.
They could have easily had their Force Ghosts appear, but apparently they're too fucking lazy to do that.
Bro, the only thing that would have made that movie worse is if they would have had a bunch of Jedi ghosts standing behind her when she fucking.
That would have been amazing. What are you talking about? We wanted to see Force Ghosts.
No one wanted to see that.
Yo, Shaolin.
I would have preferred if they were going to do it, at least have them show up. Good God, man!
Absolutely.
Bro, yeah. I do not want to see another Lord of the Rings moment where Ghost run behind someone and then we free the ghost afterwards.
No, she doesn't have to free no ghosts. I'm just saying they just need to show up and be like, "We have your back. We support you."
Too much money. I can't spend. Disney nor I can spend.
But they spend money on all this fucking shit. They spend orgs on the porgs or
from what should work, right?
Not the porgs.
So here's my thing, right?
They were mad porgs. That's a lot of money.
I'm thinking that Ahsoka dies in this next season or transcends to a Mortis god, right? If she does that, if they follow that arc, and we would all, I think I would be okay with that. I think Sabine has to die because it would diminish anything and everything that has to do with Grogu. Now, let's talk money.
No. It's my turn to interject.
Wait,
I have to counter your crazy theory.
Wait, let's talk money. And this is only a few words.
Okay.
Baby Grogu, arguably, is the most popular thing to happen with new Star Wars under Disney. Can anyone disagree with that? And if you diminish the fact that you had him traveling around with a fucking Mandalorian and he's not the next, what's the guy's name? What was the one Mandalorian Jedi? What was his name?
Tar Vizsla,
but he was like Mandalore the First or whatever.
Yeah. Tar Vizsla, but you know he is of the House of Vizsla. Am I wrong about that?
Mm-hmm.
She is a descendant of him. I believe that Baby Grogu, money speaks over everything. They're gonna have him be that link, and it cannot be Sabine.
Okay, so here's why I think you're wrong. She is
I'm never wrong.
She's one of those characters. Have you ever watched one of those movies where you're like, and they make the sensitive, nice person who doesn't fight well survive, as opposed to all these great warriors? You're like, why the fuck did they live?
Nigga, that was one movie. That was Saving Private Ryan.
Here's what it is. She's gonna be the survivor, and at the end, she's not gonna continue being a Mandalorian. She's not good at either being a Mandalorian or Jedi. I don't think she'll ever be a great Jedi. I think she'll get back to the normal galaxy and be like, oh, I miss Ahsoka. Ezra, will you marry me? Or some shit. And then and she'd hang up her blaster.
Ezra's going to die too, by the way.
I can see that for her, actually.
Yeah.
Ezra is going to die.
I don't know. I feel like we already kind of had an Ezra when he went away with the Purgles the first time. I honestly thought that was the last we were ever going to see him. I never thought he was going to come back ever again.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It would feel like a second death if he actually did die again.
But Shaolin, here's what you're not thinking about. Only if it was an epic death. I think Ezra dies a bitch's death.
Oh, this is you're accusing all these other YouTubers and creators of, like, you know, having their fantasies on their fanfics. You are fanficking right now. You just want him to die. You hate that.
No, I'm giving you what could be obvious.
You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator, right? That's what I am. I congratulate people. In all seriousness, though, I really do feel as if, though, season 2 of Ahsoka, me personally, all jokes aside, man, I think that we get to see Dave Filoni tie up a very bad plot hole in Ahsoka. And this is the one thing that we don't want to talk about. When I say we, I say us as Star Wars fans. I don't think she was ever supposed to come back from the fight with Darth Vader.
No, she wasn't. I really like the series, but I hated that at the end of Rebels. That I'm like, you're gonna undo her death with time travel? What the fuck are you doing, Filoni? It was so kiddie and stupid. Yeah. It was one of the many problems I had with Rebels. I guess here's what it is. The only way I can muster on and stay with Star Wars is I have to put up with it because they chose to do it. Mm-hmm. But it's so stupid. I hate when people do not commit to the death. Death is the most final thing ever.
It is.
Yo, you know the only show that's ever gotten that right? Only show that's ever gotten that right. You guys ever watch Highlander, the TV show?
I did.
I did not religiously though, so I probably won't remember the reference.
Duncan MacLeod, who was the student of Connor MacLeod, had his own apprentice, who was pretty annoying. He was his Ahsoka. Everyone hated this guy. Everyone hated Duncan's apprentice.
He was annoying.
So like the second or third season that he was around, and then his name was Richie. And then we all started to dig Richie because he had a story arc very similar to Ahsoka, where it's like, oh shit, this character's developing. Then Duncan, spoiler alert for a fucking 20-year-old show, Duncan killed Richie when he had been taken over by what was called a dark quickening. And Mantis, it fucked you up because Richie didn't show up to like, I'm gonna kill my master and save him. He went there to try to save his master. He's like, if anyone's gonna pull him back from the dark, it's gonna be me. And evil Duncan was like, no, nigga, it's not you. He cut this kid's head off like it was nobody's business. It was the easiest thing to do.
I remember, man.
Yo, Matt says I love that Highlander show.
Loved it. Everyone loved it. Don't watch it now. It's very dated. Do you know what they never did?
I'm like fine with that.
They never brought Richie back.
Nope.
They didn't bring him back for a flashback. He was never a ghost.
That's how you do it, man. I mean, you really shouldn't. You know, when you treat death like nothing, but like, so like, I couldn't believe it in Rebels when they brought her back. When they were doing, I'm like, oh, so there's time travel now. He's pulling her out, and like, I was like, and that's literally where the theory that like Filoni's like in love, like she represents his like high school girlfriend or some shit that he couldn't be with, and he's like, you won't even let her die a peaceful death.
Well, that also cemented Anakin like truly being lost. He killed his Padawan.
Right.
We had never seen anything.
What a powerful thing. And that is so good. That's the commitment to do that. And she was dead for a while too. Like, just commit to it. You don't have to turn back. Fans have forgiven you at this point.
But here's why I think that Sabine needs to die, right? And this is why I think
you just hate her.
No, I don't just hate her, bro.
I think of women.
I don't hate them if they're cooking tasty things. It's when they start using words like I think, I thought, I feel. That's when my rage.
But why should she die?
Here's why Sabine needs to die, man. Not just because of like the obvious plot holes and things like that. If she doesn't run off somewhere and become that character where her and Ezra slink off into the universe, like, hey, we're done with this war, we're done with all this bullshit. It makes no sense. Sabine needs to die because she needs to die, just for the sake of the story. Hear me out for a second, brothers. She needs to die because there have to be consequences for what she did, right? Sabine unleashed the heir to the Empire. If you read Legends or you watched any commentary on it, Thrawn, he's not worse than the Emperor, but he had a better chance of taking over than the Emperor did. And you brought this motherfucker back as if it was nothing. There has to be a consequence for that. And I think if we see a consequence...
I don't think the audience thinks like that.
Oh, but let me tell you what the audience needs, right? My boy... Yo, check this out. You guys are going to love this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. The show Andor. Is it named after a character?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the character of Andor.
Well, he's a working class man who gets falsely arrested, accused of a crime he didn't commit, even though he's guilty of other ones. He's sent to a horrible prison and lives like a slave, like doing slave labor and stuff. And then he ends up like having like invested in hating the Empire and becomes a rebel. And he will eventually be one of the rebels that steals the Death Star plans.
Okay, tell me about the first scene we saw that character in.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I cannot hear
Shaolin,
Steve.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, sound check. Shaolin, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Mantis, can you hear us?
What is going on?
Oh, Shaolin, it's
You guys pulling a prank on me right now?
No, we're not pulling a prank on you, motherfucker.
I can't hear either of you. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
I can hear all of you.
This is gonna be perfect. It was gonna be perfect, Shaolin, man. It was gonna be perfect. And while Mantis is away, I'll give it to you, man.
And
the first time we
wait, speak.
Yo.
No, my thing isn't. You speaking? Speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
We hate you. We hate you. No, we can't
hear you now. This is fantastic.
Well, let me just throw it out there, Shaolin. So first thing we've seen Andor in the movie Rogue One. Mm-hmm. He killed a detractor that was coming to give him some information. Remember, the stormtroopers are coming up, and he shoots the guy
savagely.
Don't you think it would be appropriate?
Are we echoing?
Echo.
Oh my
god! Don't you think it would be appropriate if Sabine died at the hands of a character like Andor? Just think about what she did. Andor hates the Empire. She helped to revitalize. And I know this is before
you were deranged.
What?
You're just like you're fantasizing about murdering Sabine. What is wrong with you, man?
Can you hear us? Are you back?
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Your bad take got you kicked off the internet for exactly 10 seconds. I'm saying Sabine needs to die. She needs to die, and there has to be a consequence for her action. It cannot just be her, my personal opinion, riding off into the summer.
So here's what it is. You are hardcore and vengeful personally, and that's cool.
No, I'm not hardcore vengeful.
But fans' morals are not like that. Fans forgave her the moment Ahsoka forgave her. No one thinks there needs to be consequences.
Who are these fans? Where's this public outcry?
All of America and Sweden.
You really are on your Donald Trump energy. You're just making shit up.
You are making shit up. I promise you. The fans have forgiven her. People aren't butthurt that she went with them.
What fans? Why is there not a public outcry for Sabine right now?
There isn't one. If you notice, there isn't one. I don't see where anywhere except from you.
No, I'm saying Sabine needs to die. That's not a public outcry for Sabine.
No, you're having a public outcry to kill her. No one else wants to kill the chick.
That's entirely different than what I proposed. I think for the story's purpose, Sabine should die. Now, there are a few characters that I wish didn't die in Star Wars, and fucking what's that fucking chick's name that used to work for Dooku? Bring her back. Kill Sabine.
Asajj Ventress. Yo. You know what I propose they do? I know this is prequel upon prequel upon prequel. What they should do is they should have a story of Ahsoka after she leaves the Jedi Order, but before she meets the Rebels crew. And it should be live action, and they should cast that girl Ariana Greenblatt.
Oh.
For who? Ahsoka?
Yeah, she's the one who played young Ahsoka.
The white girl?
Whoever, I don't know if the girl was white in real life.
It was the girl that played young Ahsoka. Like in the
she already played young Ahsoka.
Yeah. Okay, in the flashback.
Yeah.
In the flashback. Right.
So we can have more Ahsoka.
All right. That's a horrible idea.
It's a great idea. I prefer young Ahsoka. Old Ahsoka is a drag.
What? What?
Yeah, she's a serious drag.
All right. Let's get back to business here, guys. So I gave it an 8. Shaolin agreed with an 8, I believe. You gave it a 6.5 to a 7. Will you return for a season 2?
Oh, definitely.
Damn straight.
Now,
I'm a Star Wars bucket, man.
Pause. Let me ask you this question, man. Do you feel as if what things do you feel were left on the table? Like what story did you want told here? Get into your fan fiction. Take it away, guys. Let's start with Shaolin. Shaolin, what stories do you feel like should have been told here?
Oh, I think we know. The biggest thread, and I mean that, the biggest thread in this whole series was what the hell is going on with Baylan Skoll. And we got like You know, just like Mantis said, we got like a morsel. We got a little morsel of what was going on.
Yeah, give us at least a hint at what he's working on.
Right. And that was all. They left that wide open. Wide open.
Yeah. So, what I'm proposing is more episodes. If I were to get a first season, I'd be like, I need at least 10 episodes to tell this story. And so here's what I would do. I would do episode 0 where it's just AHSOKA. And it would just be the entire episode where either they do flashbacks or like inner monologue things, but they would just do like who she is, where she's all about, all this stuff. And we would lay down eventually at some point her shame of what happened with her master and her depression that she's going through. I would also start the episode with Luke Skywalker leaving her. Not like permanently, not dramatically, but I would have him there and he'd be like, I need to take care of something over in the unknown regions. Are you going to be okay, Ahsoka? That kind of shit. You know what I mean? That's a perfect way to start that story.
Oh, so you're talking about, you fucking genius. Would you have had a live adaptation?
Yeah, just like they did in Boba.
Yeah, no, live adaptation of the last season of Clone Wars, where literally the last time they see each other is the fucking right before he sends her on a mission to Mandalore. That shit should have been acted out in live.
There's a bunch of. Oh my god, I would have loved to see several. When she leaves the Jedi, or that episode 0, if I could, I would reenact her leaving the Jedi Order.
Yeah,
that scene when he wants her to come back and she won't is so powerful. And I would have all the. I love this idea. And absolutely. And I would have live action Luke. I would also have a flashback in the very beginning, maybe even before the crawl, of live action young Ezra banishing Thrawn with the space whales.
Oh, that would have been great. That's how the show should have started. Yeah. That is literally how the show should have started.
Absolutely, they reenact that whole thing, and then he shoots him off in his face, and then they're in space, and it's silent for like a second, and then you see the scroll come up for the story. And so I would have definitely had her do one. Another thing is I would have given. This sounds crazy, but I think they didn't do good by Sabine, but they could have. So I would have given Sabine out in the wilderness trying to find Ezra. Make it an entire episode. Let us get to know Sabine. It's a Sabine-centric thing. Yeah, she could spend days out there, maybe even weeks. Who knows? She's living out in the wild, trying to survive. That they could have done some shit with that instead of like doing it like 10-minute style.
So you actually addressed an issue that Disney, I think Bob is trying to address, which is the shows are jam-packed into 8 episodes, which is why Loki is not jammed into that. Here's something I would have loved to have seen, my brothers, like 100%. I just feel like it would have made the most sense, man. We needed a scene with Thrawn getting his ship back. This is my issue with the entire show. We know that the Night Sisters can reconstruct, right? We've seen it in the Star Wars Survivor and Star Wars Fallen Order game. Literally, that's one of the main powers. I think an amazing scene for this show would have been a flashback for the big bad. Doesn't have to be an entire episode where Thrawn finds the Night Sisters and the deal he talked about with them to get his starship back. This is as far as I'm going into theory crafting. Whatever the deal was, Thrawn is smart enough, just like Thanos, when he made a deal with Mephisto to get the best of him. And I think that Thrawn made a deal like reconstruct my ship, get me my crew back, and I'll get you where you're going.
Here's the one thing.
Just think about it. Imagine the scene, CGI, where we see those Night Mothers reconstructing the fucking ship.
I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool. You know what I think is happening, though? You know what I think? This is just theory. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then they should do what you just said. I'm thinking we don't know their deal. And I'm thinking it's going to be surprise what the deal is. Why is he helping them? Why are they helping? You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, he's really backed by the power of witchcraft right now.
He is,
yeah.
But obviously, why do these women want to get back to Dathomir? Is he the only one who can bring them to Dathomir? There's no other starships in the galaxy?
No. I think it's obvious, and I think you have to know Legends. Not saying that you don't. I'm saying that you have to know Legends. In Legends, Thrawn really didn't approve of the way Palpatine ran the Empire. And I think that Thrawn outright, like if we had a scene, I would have loved to seen him say, I would have never ordered the massacre of your planet. I believe in order. I don't believe in persecution. I believe in order. And I think that's how he got the Night Mothers to do his thing.
Here's what I don't understand. He's stranded in this place. The Night Mothers have all this supernatural control of the environment. And he's just they're just a band of soldiers who are lost. Why are they helping him? Because all of his gimmicks, most of his gimmicks are run and powered by them. They fix the ship, they fix the armor, they put the armor back together, they raise the dead. They're doing miracles. This motherfucker's just standing around in a white suit.
Nigga, you know why they believe in him? Because he's Thrawn. Here's the cold shot. Man. If you want to make Legend fans, I'm just saying, for me personally, Thrawn is Thrawn, man. And I'm telling you, if he shows up to that,
you don't think they're going to betray him?
Just hear me out, bro. He shows up to that temple and they say that you are the one that's going to get us off this planet. They're going to do whatever. If they're saying that this is Thrawn from Legends that says the Empire was run incorrectly, literally he said that. Literally he thought that about Palpatine and Vader.
Okay, so
they're going to help him.
They didn't, but these Night Mothers didn't live under that empire. They don't even know. He's a stranger to them.
But they are.
Why are they helping him?
Because they're seers. He wakes them up. You don't think that they look at him and say, "Oh, you're the guy. You're the thread. You're the thread." We're talking about beings that can see things.
I think there's more twisted tales about like what
their
agreement is, and I think one side is going to betray the other.
I'm telling you that if we go Macbeth on this bitch, it would be much better, bro. If we go Macbeth, for once, can we not do the obvious thing where they fucking betray him? Can we not do the obvious thing? But can we do the thing where it's like these bitches believed in Thrawn?
But in a story, there has to at least they need to tell us why people are loyal to other people. You know what I'm saying? And so like
in Legends, people, and I said this in one of our reviews of the show, Thrawn isn't just a character that inspired through fear. In Legends, his soldiers loved him.
I understand that. I read both of his trilogies. I understand Thrawn very well. This doesn't explain why these women not from his galaxy are giving him all these resources and not gaining anything.
But we're talking about beings that can see damn near into the future. You're not telling me that they can look at Thrawn and say that like, oh, this guy is a guy.
He might have a future. I don't know, maybe, but I would like to see it explained.
I was saying the same thing, motherfucker. I want to see it explained too. I
want to see it spelled out to me like I'm 5 years old.
Yo, wow.
Shaolin, your thoughts.
Yo, wow, man. Again, Thrawn is a manipulative dude, man. I do agree. We ain't get much in the way of explaining why they're helping him, but we know it has something to do with Dathomir and him getting them there.
And whatever, so for instance, I think that the things from the catacombs he brought down, I think it's I don't think it's stormtrooper bodies. I think it's Night Sister bodies.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And I have one better for you.
Oh, wait.
Go for it, Shaolin. Go for it. You played the games. You know how I'm going with this shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we all know, like, Night Sister magic is more powerful on Dathomir, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that's why they want to go back. And if they are Night Sister bodies, maybe we have a whole thing of them trying to bring back their race. Maybe that's what it is.
Could be.
Now why it's Thrawn, that they're believing in and trusting in, I don't know.
See, that would make sense that, like, well, then again, yeah, that's another question. Is he the only ride to the next galaxy?
Yeah.
They couldn't get
apparently there's
we need more information on this galaxy. Like,
it could be something like, when I'm emperor, it's not going to be like it was with Sidious. He hated y'all.
Exactly. But remember, these women live in a different galaxy, so technically they could just stay there and say, we don't need to deal with this shit.
No. But here's the part that doesn't work for the story, and I want to hear your thoughts, Shaolin. Here's the part that let me know that they're aware of other things in the galaxy, and you missed it. You missed it. No one talked about it. What was the name of the blade they called on?
Oh yeah, it's Sister Talzin or Mother Talzin. So the
blade of Talzin.
Right.
They didn't call on the blade of the bitch before Talzin. They didn't call on the blade of the bitch that existed before that. They called on the blade of Talzin, which lets me know that they know explicitly what has happened over in the other galaxy. And I 100% believe they made a deal with Thrawn to restore and support Thrawn. Maybe they will betray him, but I think that the deal that Thrawn would have arranged for himself is, I'm not about what Palpatine was about. I'm about order. This is Thrawn we're talking about.
You gas up Thrawn. You gas the shit out of him.
It's Thrawn is the big bad. I should gas him up. I mean,
he's all right.
What a mantis answer, boy, I tell you.
What are you going to say? You learned, educated motherfucker, you.
I'm just thinking, they're all on him because, maybe he's just like, yo, when I'm head of the Empire, you help me get there. It's not going to be like it was with Sidious when he blackballed you and sent Grievous to, completely decimate you. You're going to have a place and you're going to be protected. All you got to do is take care of my business. That's probably what's going on there. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But that's speculation.
My theory is the reason why they haven't gone into what their deal is that there's more to the deal, and there's some like twists and turns in terms of plot. Whatever it is, I don't speculate to know, but like I think it'll be something weird.
Just speculated. You hate women and you speculated.
You hate women. You hate Sabine. You're plotting that bitch's death.
Wait, I'm plotting who's death?
That bitch, the purple head bitch.
Doesn't make sense. How can you love women and call them bitches?
It's in term of endearment, bro. I'm from the 90s. in the 90s, we called all our bitches. So,
predictions for season 2. What do you think? Other than the nonsense we just talked about, predictions for season 2, because I think it's going to come out before the movie. It needs to come out before the movie. Actually, I don't think we need a Mando season 4, and I don't think
that breaks my heart.
No, we don't need it. We don't.
I just wish they could fix it.
Yeah,
they can't end on that note.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. They did.
I mean, they can, but it's like, oh.
And then we have the other show that's going to come out as well, the fucking Skeleton Crew. So, what are your predictions?
Is a kid show.
Yuck. What are your predictions for Ahsoka season 2?
Oh man, season 2. Sooner or later we're gonna have to get some Luke Skywalker. We're just gonna have to.
I think that's the movie. That's my theory. I think that the reason why I don't think it's gonna star Ahsoka, I think it's gonna star Luke Skywalker.
Oh please!
And I think that what they did in Boba was just an experiment to see if they could pull off the CGI shit. Well, and I think they're figuring out a way to like make another Luke movie, which would make every fan happy.
Sure would.
How can it make you happy knowing how Luke ends up?
Can I just stop thinking about the future, bro? Why are you're like my mother. You're constantly trying to make me think of the future.
It's literally the past.
She's like, why do you work there? There's a dead-end job. What's wrong with you, Mantis?
It's literally the past. It's literally the past.
Just let us enjoy our Thrawn trilogy or whatever the fuck they're going to give us. But
you hate Thrawn. You hate blue people.
I do.
Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Man. So
he is a great X-Man. No. Here's what I'm saying. I just think that anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I think Luke is going to be the movie. I think.
Yeah. Side note: did y'all know Nightcrawler's Spider-Man now in the comic books?
Yes, I saw that shit, and literally, Comics Explained was like Nightcrawler has the same powers as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
bullshit. And I was like, wait, adhesion?
Yeah,
he's agile.
I mean, the costume.
Does he actually put on the costume? He puts on the costume like a version, a Nightcrawler costume version of it.
It's kind of cold too. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, why is he doing this though?
Shit, I don't know, man. I just saw.
Well, they've all been kicked out of Krakoa. Krakoa is not destroyed, but the only person left on there is Actually, wait. Why would I go through this convoluted shit?
Yeah, we don't need to go through it all. I will say this, great moment in Daredevil history when Daredevil gets exposed to be Matt Murdock and he ends up going in prison, and he's in prison, and Daredevil continues to freaking be a vigilante in the streets. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And it ends up being Iron Fist. And Iron Fist is put on his costume and kept doing so they had to release him. Yeah. That is a brilliant reason to like switch costumes and characters. Right?
Dumb. It should not have been Iron Fist.
Really?
He's so incapable in the comics.
In the comics, he's amazing. What are you doing? It's the
comics
show.
He sucks, man. He's just another white man.
What, you like television show?
No. Iron Man. I'm sorry. Iron Fist in the comics is just another white man playing at being Asian.
Oh my God, you are being bold tonight, brother.
Yo. Damn. What the fuck? What kind of fucking podcast is this?
Iron Fist is a savage in them books, boy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just real quick. I remember when
we're talking about our predictions for AHSOKA. Let Shaolin finish.
I don't have too much in the way of predictions. I was hoping for some Luke, but the movie does make more sense. Please bring back Balin, please. We'll see Shin have a baby face turn.
She's going light side. I think she's definitely going light side.
It is definitely going to happen.
She's only kind of dark because she's angry or whatever. She just needs some dick. She needs some Luke Skywalker dick. I've determined
she could be his wife.
Yes, I think she's. So I had predicted before it even started, before I even knew who these characters were. When I saw the trailer, I was like, she's like Mara Jade, and he's like Jorah Sabaoth. Yep. And so he's way better than Jorah Sabaoth. I'm so glad he's not a Jorah Sabaoth.
Why are you such a chauvinist? Why can't a female character just not be someone's wife?
Because we always have to be someone's husband. So is that sexist? But like, right? I always have to fucking look after people, in particular women. Sorry.
You're a psychopath.
Shaolin, did you have any?
Oh, that's it for my predictions, man. We shall see what if I'm correct. Hopefully,
Mantis. Dare I ask?
I think that if here's the thing, are we in agreement? Because there's so many conspiracy theories going on. Are we in agreement that the numbers aren't good on the show?
I do think they're not very good. Yeah.
So I have a feeling that like Disney, if they give him another season, will give him just one more season,
right?
Unless the viewership totally changes.
I don't think they need more than another season. I don't think there's 3 seasons of story here.
Well, you can always just make more story,
right?
Like story like Gressel. But like, I think that it's possible if the Mortis, especially since I already thought this before we had this show, but the fact that Steve points out the light thing and that's the same thing Anakin, I didn't catch that and connect that. Then Mortis is going to happen. If Mortis happens, I think she's definitely going to become the daughter. Mm-hmm. And even though people are predicting on the internet, I don't think Filoni's going to care. He's like, it doesn't matter. I have a hard-on for my princess. She's going to be the daughter. A goddess that she is.
I want to be clear. The light in the background before Mortis, the ones existed on another planet in which Abeloth, before she became the grotesque tentacle woman from Staten Island that she is, she was just a normal mortal that served them.
They were all mortals. As a matter of fact, if you watched Overlord's episode again, the father says that.
Right. Before we get there, right, Abeloth in particular was a mortal that served them. Right. And so they think that this is the planet that they all existed on together before they imprison Abeloth. And that's why people are leaning so heavily into that. I just want to throw that out there for context. They think that the father is pointing, and this never makes sense to me when they do these in these type of epics. Why would I build a statue of myself pointing to where I've housed my mortal enemy? I don't know. But they also did the same exact bullshit in Lord of the Rings. Before all you fucking nerds come for me for Lord of the Rings.
So I actually think that he's pointing to the door of Mortis, like some access to Mortis or something. If it turns out that he's pointing to something that's bad for him, that would be stupid.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This planet fits the story criteria from Legends. If the ones left their original planet, right? According to Legends, Mortis was their second planet. They left the original planet because Abeloth was a cunt, and then they imprisoned her and they went to another planet. Just want to throw that out there. I'm a Star Wars expert.
He's reading from Wiki right now.
Damn it! All right, go ahead, Mantis. I'm sorry. And
no, it's all good. I am excited for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my theory about the writing, though. Although all my complaints about the writing, it's never anything major. It's just like the way they execute things. I have a feeling the scripts are rushed because they were like, quickly get this out. We're doing bad in Star Wars. We need something, right?
Right.
So that's what I think was happening. If they actually have a little more time and they put a little more dramatic effort into it, I think a season 2 could be utterly amazing.
I can totally see that. Yeah.
I like the characters. I like the plot so far, and I'm definitely interested in where Balin is going.
I'm going to watch regardless, man. And here's why I'm going to watch, man, because I understand the line between fiction and real life. And in no way, shape, or form does this being bad impact me in a real life scenario. If Disney fails at season 2, they fail, right? That's it. They fail. It does not stop the fact that I have to get up and go to work in the morning. Yeah, that's right. Geeks and gamers, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Grace, and all you fucking weirdos who pretend like a show being bad is the worst thing that's ever happened. Ever. You're strange. You're very strange, man. If the show's bad, fuck it. We move on to the next property, man. My predictions for season 2, man, I really do think, me personally, I have no evidence to support this. If we don't get Abeloth, we're going to get some type of like big bad background character. I think Thrawn will be the proper big bad for what the New Republic has to deal with. And I think the spiritual big bad is going to be an Abeloth-like character, which is why they would bring an ambiguous character like AHSOKA back. I think AHSOKA has to be removed from the board completely because you can't have her and Luke Skywalker running around at the same time. And I think that would be the best way to honor the character. Whether she dies or not, I don't know. I will point out one thing. I do agree that Anakin is a new character in Disney Star Wars, not Star Wars proper, as I like to call it, like the original trilogy and the fucking Legends decanonized thing. I think Anakin Skywalker is a character that he's a Mortis character type-esque arc, right? And someone pointed this out, and I thought it was really brilliant, man. And it's subtle shit. When he cut the bridge on the world in between, I was like, oh shit. He might have dominion over this level. I would not be mad if it does turn out that Luke is the father or taking up that role. I wouldn't be mad if Ahsoka takes up that role. I will be extremely heated if they pick the wrong character to take up the dark side. Or I will be extremely heated if they say, hey, this character and the father will exist and we don't need a dark side. No, you got to be true to the content.
Right.
There has to be a dark side. There has to be a light side. There has to be a balance. And I hope they represent that in the next season. And I don't. It's
possible we'll see the brother next season?
I hope so. And I actually don't need that played out in the movie. This is just me personally. I think that shit with the Mortis God should be wrapped up in Ahsoka season 2. And I think everything with Thrawn and all the other shit should be wrapped up in Dave Filoni's movie. I think it should be a true movie about how the First Order came into power. Like, I think
you realize if they pull off that first movie, they're gonna have to do a trilogy of them.
Oh, of course.
And if it's starring Luke, I gotta tell you, I'm a heterosexual male, but I'm hard at the thought of it.
If they do it right, it could win back everyone, man. If they
oh my god, it would be amazing. A trilogy of Luke with some heroic Jedis saving the. That's what we want to see, damn it.
That's not what happened in the books. Do you know how Abeloth was actually defeated?
It was the Maul, right?
It was Luke and a fucking Sith Lord that pushed her bitch ass into a fucking black hole.
Yeah.
That's right. The nigga with the skull on his head that no one likes to think about, but we all know about in Star Wars canon.
There's so many. There's all these Sith Lords, damn it. There's like Darth Crate and Darth Jackoff. And
yeah.
Okay, I'm done. My brother. Thank you for coming through, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Are you out?
Here in the background. Yeah. I'll be listening.
You have a good night. Live the dream. And we need to have more connections and stuff and you know.
Oh yeah.
Blurred her.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be rolling just because AHSOKA's done on me. We are.
Oh, that's what I want to hear. We got him.
Yeah. All right. All right, gents.
Peace.
All right.
What the Fanboy Modeling School presents. Let me tell you why you're wrong about everything you believe about life, you piece of shit. Are we still alive?
We are live. We are.
Oh, hey, Mantis, my
So you want to talk about some black shit?
I want to talk about Loki. Man.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
You have not watched it yet.
I've not watched.
That leans to the point that we're going to talk about, man.
Okay.
We talked about this already on the show, man, and it's sad. Loki's episode 1 for me personally was amazing. Picks right up with everything we loved about Loki.
the new one.
Yeah, picks right up with everything we loved about season 1. It's really good. Very highbrow. They got your boy from that movie, Everything and Always, whatever, Jamie Lee Curtis. Everything about the episode, I gave the episode a 10. A 10 in my mind.
Really?
Like, literally a 10. But the problem is, it's a 10 after a bunch of 4s and 3s and 2s. Marvel's dead. And this is not going to save it.
Here's the problem. Even if they make a show that's like amazing, right? The problem is the reason why I'm having problems turning on Loki because I have such a bad taste in my mouth about
Marvel.
Yeah. So I'm at this point where I'm just like, I could turn it on or I could watch reruns of Superstore. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't be the only one doing that. I bet you a lot of people do that. And that's how you get bad ratings. We don't have faith in the brand anymore.
Bro, but it's not just the diehards, man. And I've said this, and I'm on record of saying this on Fanboy. The casual makes up that $1 billion or whatever amount that is excluded from the hardcore.
Yeah.
I think casuals have given up on it. And I think casual they've given up on it for obvious reasons, man. And I think we overestimate what people go to movies for. Not everyone is transphobic or racist or any other ism. People go to movies to have a good time. And when you assume that people won't show up to your movie because they're transphobic or some type of ism, completely negates the fact that, no, bro, I go to see movies to have a good time. And the subject matter that you forced on me, the campaign with the bitch and Snow White, I think Marvel is dead, man. Like, this is a great entry. This should be lauded as welcome back to Marvel. We've been away, but here's something.
Right.
But it's not, bro. The episode is amazing.
I can't wait to see.
It is amazing.
Here's the thing. I can't wait to see like what the ratings are or whatever, you know. However, no one's talking about it.
Exactly. You know why no one's talking about it? Because they made Secret fucking Invasion. Because they made fucking Moon Knight.
People really hate Secret Invasion, by the way. I couldn't finish it.
You should hate it. It's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. And this is why I'm happy we never got a Mace Windu show. You can't take something so beloved. Talking about Black Nick Fury, man. And then you relegate him into running around the world fighting Skrulls? Fuck the Skrulls, bro. hate the scrolls, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It seemed weak. It seemed weak. Seemed like something I could pass on.
Oh, you didn't watch it. You used the word "seem." You didn't watch it.
So I watched the first one and I was like, you know what, I'm good. Here's what it is. I meant to keep watching, but I just didn't. And here's the thing. When I like something, I'll give you an example. When AHSOKA comes on the days that they come on, I wait those Tuesdays. I was like, when is it on? At first, I thought it was 8 p.m. and I would sit and wait.
9 p.m. is a good slot.
Right, and it ended up being 9. It's closer to 9. They do, they're tricksy sometimes. But the point is, as I sat around waiting for it to post so I could watch it.
Yeah.
That's a show you like, right?
Yeah.
However, what happens when you watch an episode of a show and then the next week someone's like, yo, by the way, Secret Invasion episode 2 has been out for the last 3 days. And I'm like, really? Cool. And then I sit down and I'm going to try to watch it. And instead, like I said, I watch reruns of a show I've already seen. So.
Well, there's no reason for you. Well, I guess we just bigged up AHSOKA, right? First 2 episodes, you weren't that sold on. Every episode after that, you were looking forward to. You were willing to stay up 8 or 9, whatever the time slot was, to watch it.
Yeah.
First of all, Marvel has opted for a 2 a.m. Central or Eastern time. It's very convoluted. This first episode of Loki, bro, I'm telling you, I really enjoyed it. It's everything you enjoyed about the first season, if you enjoyed that, and more. It's beautifully shot, man. For the first time in a while, I was like, oh shit, Kang is the big bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it leads you to the thing that made you think, oh shit, Kang is the big bad. First season of Loki, I was like the one that remains. I was like, holy shit, this is weird. It's obscure. I'm into it. We just came up with the Thanos arc. He's physically intimidating, and now we got fucking Kang. I hate Kang. I hate Kang. But I was like, yo, I'm in for this shit.
I hate MCU Kang.
I hate Kang in Marvel proper. I think he's the dumbest fucking character that's ever existed. This first episode is really good, man. Really good in the sense where I enjoyed it. I enjoyed story crafting. But Marvel's dead, bro. It's dead. No one cares anymore. No one cares. Do you care? You didn't show up to watch that shit.
I didn't watch this, and I'm not going to watch the Marvels when it drops. And
well, I'm going to pay for the tickets, so you're going to watch that.
Are you taking me to Marvels?
Yeah, that's our thing. I pay for one, you pay for one, I pay for one, you pay for one. You pay for the last one, it's my turn. But it makes me mad that this is my turn. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the Marvels. Okay, cool. I'll show up.
I didn't want to. I'm looking for a way to get out of this.
Yeah, I'm like looking at this. I'm looking at everything people talk about this thing, and I don't mean the trolls. I mean just in general. Information that Marvel themselves have let out. And I'm like, I don't want to see this, but I will see it. We're content creators. We talk about this shit. Let's do it. But honestly, it looks horrible.
It looks bad. Even I was thinking about Rambo's character in WandaVision. I rewatched that and I was like, oh man, that was a good entry for her. Her pushing through the Nexus or whatever that shit is. I was like, yo, this is dope. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Yeah, I fucking loved her coming off of Wanda.
Yeah.
But Marvel has, you're right, assassinated their own character this entire time.
Bro, so you didn't watch it, so we can't talk about that. Do you want to talk about Drake and Joe Budden going back and forth?
I fucking do. Is that the video you sent me?
Yes. Champagne Poppy. Fucking Joe Budden going back and forth.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Hold on, let me load this bitch. A DJ Academics video, which I know everybody loves.
No, don't play that one.
Isn't that the one you sent me?
Wait. The one I sent you was like on the personal mad niggerish.
You sent me King Academics.
I mean, we can play that one. Hold on, I'll send you the right video.
Okay.
I just realized what video.
I'll play whatever you want me to play.
I sent you a video. I was like, just for us, like your personal, and I was like, no, don't play that shit. Hold on. All right, here we go. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. There we go.
You know what else I hate about Star Wars, man? That Rey never went dark side. I hate that.
And I hate that too. And honestly, that would have been really good is to see
it made the most sense.
Yeah. And honestly, she should have accepted his marriage proposal in episode 2, and she should have been like become dark. The fact that it's just a vision, and everyone predicted that. When people were like, look, there's an image of Dark Rey in the third one, I'm like, it's a vision or something. And it was, because...
Do you ever contemplate what it would be like to meet Rian Johnson in the streets and beat him?
Okay. We're probably going to get kicked off for this. But I have this fantasy, right?
Okay.
It's not a sexual one, doesn't get me hard or anything, but it makes me fulfilled. And it's that I'm a waiter at some sort of store, place or whatever, and Rian Johnson is there.
Right.
And I see what he orders and stuff, and I'm able to sneak into the kitchen.
It's at Starbucks. He orders
and that's all right. It's like food, definitely food.
Oh, he's at Whole Foods, and he orders like a vegan-friendly hamburger. Okay.
Yeah, and I pour a bunch of rat poison in it, and I serve it to him. And how satisfied I'd be. And I was like, I'd probably get caught. They'd probably catch me. But the real truth is, I don't care.
So I think about my interaction with Rian Johnson being something like this. We're out of the club that he shouldn't be at. And the woman he shouldn't be with just walks away from him. And it reminds him of his station in life. Have you seen a picture of Rian Johnson before?
I've seen this fucker.
He doesn't deserve anything.
He doesn't. I honestly do hope he gets ball cancer.
No, what?
I thought there was a safe space. Is that not a safe space?
Go for it. Play this video. I'll be right back.
Ball cancer.
Testicular loss.
And I, for one, am really happy that he's going away. I'm really happy that he's taking a break.
He probably could stand to take 2 years off between the album.
Drake, I don't even believe that this is your bop in Charlotte, yo.
Nigga, I would have been right back to sleep. I'd have woke up at 8, went right back to sleep by 8:10. Fuck is you what?
If this was 8 a.m. in Charlotte, it had me ready for 8:45 in Raleigh.
Yeah.
I don't need to. Drake, get the fuck out of Charlotte.
Yeah, don't go back. No CIAA for you.
No studio.
Nothing. Nah, she be right.
No Hornets games. What's their name now? The Wasps. what's their ball team name? LaMelo got injured. I don't know nothing that they talking about. Listen, he lost me on 8 a.m. in Charlotte when he started talking about 21. Wherever you go, I go. We Yugoslavian. That for me is unacceptable.
There was some bad. There was a couple.
And the other line.
There was a couple bad lines.
I get so many checks. I'm Czechoslovakian.
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah.
Hey, dogs.
That's unacceptable.
Save that for the I'm too sexy for my shirt type.
Yeah,
reference. You know what I'm saying? Those where those belong.
You can't put that on the timestamp record.
Yeah,
not do it and think I ain't gonna hear it.
Can't do it. Save that shit for nothing.
It's just when he decided to go.
You can't do that on a timestamp.
When he decided to go Nikolai Volkov, whatever the fuck.
Did you pause?
I just wanted to update the audience about what's going on. So they are shitting on Drake. Very specific. Yeah, very specifically. Like it's not like a general dislike. It's like I don't know what the things they're accusing him of aren't really that bad. So he had a shitty lyric. Like let the man live. Let him live.
He went a different route. But this was that I'm wealthy, lazy kind of effortless flow.
Okay, I will say this. I agree with him on this. And Jay-Z does it literally all the time. The lazy flow, right?
Boom.
Yeah, the lazy flow. I'm wealthy, so I can just say whatever. And like Jay-Z will rap about being wealthy or knowing famous people. And like there's no way his fan base has any context to what he's saying.
Right.
They're like, and he's like, "Yo, now that I'm neighbors with Robert De Niro," and they're like, I like remember being like, this was in New York City Mine. I was like, why are you rapping about that? Nobody knows. You're flexing right now, but nobody knows what the fuck that's like. Can you fucking be relevant? But he can't because fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce, these fucking idiots, they're just so out of it. They're so out of it. And yo, did you hear about Beyonce's movie thing?
Nope. What happened?
So Taylor Swift is like, yo, I'm gonna do a movie. I'm gonna do a movie about my concert. And so the pre-sale tickets launched $26 million, right? It's pretty good. Then Beyonce copies her, like doesn't copy her, but she's like, "Yo, I'm gonna do the same thing." She only got $6 million for pre-sale.
As she should, bro. Like, at what point do we realize that? Well, continue before.
No, I do agree with you. I never go to concert movies. Who does? I don't understand who pays for them. But like, I understand that Beyonce. Here's what it is: Beyonce and Taylor Swift are in an unspoken battle for the hearts and minds of the world.
Right.
Who's the queen of pop music? And I don't want it to end on Tay-Tay Swizzle. Because you know how I feel about her.
Here's the problem, though, man. Beyonce won the tour war, right? She won way more money than like Taylor Swift. But unfortunately, white people show up for things like movie versions of the tour. Like they're gonna show up for a Taylor Swift, man, and I just don't think Beyonce has the type of power to draw people.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's a different type of audience that even shows up to a concert movie. I mean, most black people are like, a concert movie? I already saw the concert. What the fuck? So you know, I absolutely agree with that. But like, I don't know. It's all weird. But let's watch these motherfuckers keep shitting on Drake.
Wait, before you like press play, let me give the context on it. Yo, once upon a time, Joe Budden and Drake didn't have beef. In fact, Drake once referred to Joe Budden as someone he respected, right? They had a private conversation that was made public. Joe Budden is Joe Budden, man. He will always be a hater. That's what he is, man. And
you mean a clout goblin? He will take the opinion of where the best clout is. Would you agree with that?
I would agree in a sense. I think Joe Budden fancies himself as more than he was in hip hop,
as like a playmaker or something, and it's annoying.
And I think Drake responded appropriately to this. Drake's response to this whole thing is that you are a failure and a quitter. Why should anyone care about what you have to say? Well, we would all accept Joe Budden as media at this point, and we accept him as a critiquer. So, but does that not substantiate Drake's claim?
Okay, wait.
Budden, he's not great for being a hip hop artist. Most people know him from this shit. They know him from the podcast.
So let me ask you, what are your thoughts about people who started on hip hop And then they sold out and they were like, well, I've got a reality show or I've got some other thing. And they were really just trying to be famous. And then they chill with that. Like, I'm saying, like, here's what I'm saying. Well, first, I got to point out that a lot of guys from the 90s are doing this, but that's just because their style of rap doesn't exist on the radio anymore.
Exactly.
And so when Nori or whatever and Budden are on there, it's just because they're old school and, like, modern audiences aren't into it anymore. So I think... But like like Traffic or whatever, like Traffic ended up being a reality star.
I'm gonna burn some bridges right now.
Do it, burn the shit out of them, please.
A guy like Nori, a guy like Joe Budden, man, people show up to their podcast because they're looking for a level of nostalgia, man. And here's the thing, man. Joe Budden isn't a journalist. He has a podcast, right? He has a podcast in which he critiques things and commentates on things. But if you don't squint and you go, wait, who's critiquing, who's commentating on this? We're talking about fucking Joe Budden.
You're right.
We're talking about the Pump It Up guy who had some dope mixtapes according to some people. Now, Drake's response to this shit is, nigga, your fucking claim to fame is the podcast, right? Your claim to fame is the podcast. You don't get to critique on what moves hip hop culture.
And here's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to start beef with Budden or whatever, but I will say Drake has a point. And so here's what I will say. Drake has more jams, and once again, if people are like trying to talk about authenticity or whatever, Budden is more authentic. However, in terms of jams I'm going to listen to, Drake has a longer list of jams I'm going to check out than Budden.
Yo, I agree with 98% of what you just said because it's true. The 2% is going to make Joe Budden feel bad right now. Not that he cares about what I have to say. Here's the problem, man. Ain't nobody checking for those fucking mixtapes except for tryhards, man.
Back in our day, they were backpack wearing motherfuckers. I don't know what they're like nowadays, but when we were younger, backpack motherfuckers were fucking bitch ass motherfuckers, right?
They were bitch ass motherfuckers, but at least they were reporting on what was true in hip hop.
Right, like, but they were always trying to school us on hip hop, what hip hop is.
Yeah, they would say some shit like, yo, the sound bombing mixtape, all that shit, man. Here's the problem with Joe Budden, man, and I have the utmost respect for what he has turned into. But the fact of the matter is, Joe Budden, you got to come up on fucking Slaughterhouse. M gave you a shot. It did not sell. You are a failed rapper. You are a failed rapper, and it's okay, bro. Mantis, let me give you some other examples of failed people that are high in the industry. You ever notice the worst boxing coaches make the best boxing coaches?
I like that you said the best because I will say this. The ability to instruct somebody does not mean you need to be a champion. So you are right.
Exactly.
Some of them are like understand boxing on like a mental level, but like they can't do it themselves exactly. And they're like,
exactly.
I can at least teach motherfuckers to be champions. And so I agree. I feel you. Yes. Yo, basically, it's actually this old saying. There's an old saying: those who can't do, teach.
100%. 100%. And the only reason I sent you to say like this shit, right? One, because we done the AHSOKA shit and we're way inebriated at this point. But two, I don't disagree with Joe's critique of the album because what he's actually saying makes a lot of sense. He is essentially saying or at least himself, he wants Drake to get to a place where he's just rhyming again, wordplay, lyricism.
He used to be all about lyrics.
Now he's like you're making music for young people, TikTok music. I get his criticism.
And basically here's what it is, and it's almost like agreeing with what you said a couple weeks ago in one of our streams.
Perfect. Agree with me.
Here's what it is. that you're right. Guys get lazy and say whatever, but women, when they get lazy, like Nicki Minaj, they fall back on sexuality rather than having lyrics.
It's easy.
And in the middle of her thing, she's like, and she doesn't have a rhyme. She's like, ugh, and my pussy's open and I'm wet, or some shit. And you're like,
exactly.
Come on, yo, get it together. You were doing fine in the beginning. And so
substance.
And yeah, and for men, they don't do that, but instead they're just lazy and they just spit whatever, right? They're like dental floss, mental gloss. So, you know, that's a quote from a Drake song.
Yo, so Beck says, but who cares what he wants, though? It's not about what he wants. It's about what. Oh, man. Okay, let me try this.
Is she saying Drake?
Yeah, no, she's talking about Joe Budden. Here's the problem, right? There has to be a standard. Are people talented or are they not talented? You can't put everything on. It's a vibe. No, nigga.
It's
not
the
a
worst
vibe.
excuse for anything. It's
not a vibe.
Come on.
Can your favorite MC rhyme or can he not? Can he or she kick verses? Here's my problem with Nicki Minaj. I think she's garbage. I think she's always been garbage.
No.
She's always been garbage.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. She has a long history of being amazing, but she got lazy.
What's the history? What's the song you listened to that was like, damn, son? Lauryn Hill? Right here. Nicki Minaj? Here. What's the song? What is this?
We will present our cases next week.
Why are you speaking in old English? We will present.
No, just because I'm drunk and I don't want to start looking through old songs or whatever. But I know that I liked her for many, many years, since 2008 or maybe 10 or whatever, wherever she debuted. But like, I had a good time with Nicki Minaj. I remember liking her lyrics. She was good.
Horny man that's so in the ass shaking.
She's not all about the ass shaking.
That's what she is. She's literally.
No lies. Rebeck says, I feel like Drake has proven himself, so let him be lazy, cloud chasing rapper. Yes, absolutely.
What? What the fuck? Wait, he's proven himself, and you agree to that shit? Well, dude, Disney has proven themselves. They have proven themselves.
Well, here's what she's saying is the occasional lazy lyric.
No, that's not what she's saying. That was a totality.
So let him be lazy. No, I don't think he should be lazy an entire song. Like, he has an album where he's like, I'm just going to complain about my Uber Eats. And then, like,
do we know Drake can rap? I don't know. Niggas with ghost rappers. Can they rap?
The best I've ever had, man, is like an amazing song.
All right, so this has been another great episode of Fanboy Modeling School.
You don't like that song?
It's not. I don't like it. It's not the best of anything. It's not the best.
She says we know Drake can rap.
She's trolling right now. Don't trust Bex.
Here's what I'm saying. I don't think he's the most amazing rapper ever. Trust me. I don't. However, he's had some jams that I'm like, yeah, word.
Yeah. MC Hammer had some jams. What are your thoughts on him?
I will
Vanilla
never.
Ice.
Wait, let me finish talking, man. You tell me to. Yeah. I won't. It's not gonna make or break my hip hop understanding, but MC Hammer. Everyone has a moment. Everyone has a moment. Even like
he had multiple moments, man. So millions of.
Yeah. If there's a hip hop Hall of Fame, MC Hammer belongs in it.
He should.
And Drake will be in it.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
But you have no faith in this dude.
None. Drake, I respect you as a mogul, a businessman, and as an artist. I've never been a big Drake fan. J. Cole? No. I'm a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar guy.
You can be both because I love them as well.
I don't think you can. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, let's see what Joe Budden is.
He's been doing, and then we get the album, Virginia Beach. Everybody thought it would be Pusha T Smoke.
It was not.
See, but now when you say For All the Dogs, I think that you should start with Pusha T Smoke. I do. Hey, that sounds so. Hey, this nigga from the rip, but cool. You didn't do that.
Real R&B to start.
You'd be.
I felt too old for
Who
this.
is that white guy?
I
I
feel like that. I felt too old for this. Like that. Like this ain't for the dog. This for the pups.
I'm still let down. That's
I'm
where,
let down.
That's where I
who the
stand.
white guy
I
was?
didn't like
Yeah, who's the white guy?
record at all.
He's the one
I
that
wasn't
produced.
really a fan of that. I'm good on them too.
Is he not the pettiest nigga in the world?
Oh no, it was all that. That was the theme I heard through the album.
Do you hear this guy?
Whoever baby moms he fucking with, he want to keep letting this nigga know.
Yeah.
He's been doing it all album.
This is Drake we're talking about. Drake makes summer bops. We're expecting
Why
more
you
at this
shooting
point.
at
I
them like
agree.
this?
Question mark.
You know
I
what time
agree.
it is with
Yeah,
petty
no,
niggas.
pause it.
That's it.
You don't let that.
I never expected anything from Kid
Right.
and Play. I never expected anything from Crisscross, fucking Another Bad Creation.
There are people who are just here to satisfy our immediate needs.
But
Drake
when
is one of them.
someone says they are the greatest of all time, and other people agree with it, yeah, you put yourself in another statement.
Who said that?
Drake has said it.
Drake has said it?
Yes, bro. He considers himself the GOAT.
That's fucking insane.
Shout out to our other sponsor, Seaweed Chips by Seaweed Base. Delicious.
Not only am I going to outlive Drake, I'm going to take a shit on his grave. Okay, that's my statement right now. Because if he thinks
You
he's
don't
the
remember
greatest...
Drake saying first name greatest, last name ever?
Oh, that's him joking around.
He's not joking around. He thinks
First
he's the
name,
greatest.
greatest, last name ever. Yo, boasting is emceeing right there.
You know, emceeing is for emceeing. Drake considers himself the greatest. Man, this was fucked up in the head.
Yeah, he's making me want a snack right now. So we need to get through this real quick.
Nigga, I'm fucking your bitch and you gonna know it every time. And I want you to feel away.
What is Rihanna and ASAP doing to him where he got to do this?
Okay.
Oh shit!
That's what you went with that?
You know what?
That's what he's doing.
To ASAP?
All right, see, I'm done. All right, see, that's why when the Drake drops, I don't even like talking with niggas that
Niggas
with like the casual. Yes, nigga, that's what's going on right now. Come on, stop.
Plays on anti.
If you didn't know, he was trying to tell you. So now you know. Now, answer my question.
And when I heard
why is he shooting at these two like that?
Maybe he tired, like he said, yo, every time she pop up with the baby in the family picture, oh, Drake got to be sick. Drake got to be sick. Okay, let me let y'all know I'm not sick.
This is petty. I like my Drake petty, man. I like petty Aubrey. But this is
He's not charismatic enough to hold a show, but I guess I'm wrong because we have 2 viewers and he's got a bunch, but obviously he uses rap career.
Yeah, I don't understand the phenomenon of Joe Budden as a podcaster.
He's not a good podcaster. It's not good right here.
People love him, so I guess he has to be good at it, right?
That's not true. People like a lot of losers for no reason. People voted for Joe Biden, so yeah.
People love Drake. Nigga, we all know he can't rap. You know he can't.
I really like Drake, so.
No, what do you mean I really like Drake? You're not even giving a defense. Are you saying that, would you put Drake on the level of lyricism?
Yeah, That's not his place in life, man. He's not supposed to be the greatest lyricist, not the most gangster. He's none of those things. He just
no. I didn't say gangster. I said lyricist.
He's not the greatest lyricist. He's not the greatest gangster, but he has his place and he's good.
And what's his place?
He makes summer jams, as the Pink Princess said. And so he makes summer jams and things that you bop your head to. He's pop. He's pop hip hop.
But he thinks that he's real hip hop.
Everyone thinks they're fucking great. Britney Spears thinks she's amazing. Britney Spears thinks she's fucking amazing.
No,
she's
no one ever gets compared Britney Spears to anything ever relevant in regards to substance.
So calling yourself the GOAT is relevant, but Britney Spears being the queen of pop is not.
In hip hop, yes. There's relevance. If I say I'm the GOAT,
you're so offended by the idea that people might like Drake.
No. If I say I'm the GOAT of country, do you think that people are going to be like, oh, it's him and Taylor Swift? Or are they going to compare me with a more bluegrass, like, fundamental participant?
People say they're the GOAT of shit all the time in the public.
No, nigga, no one says they're the GOAT of.
Yes, they do. Goats are flying around. There's mad goats. I'm the GOAT of this. I'm the GOAT of that. Look at my goats.
People look
I fuck goats.
Champagne.
It's all over the
People
place,
look
bro.
at Champagne Poppy as one of the most high-selling artists, right? And they confuse units moved with talent. Drake is not the most talented MC that ever existed. And when you say GOAT, or people can compare you to the GOAT, you have to make a distinction there. You have to make a distinction.
Yeah, so Pink Princess literally posted goats for us.
No, she hates Drake. She's trolling you, bro. She thinks he's a pederast.
How is he a pederast?
Because of his relationship with people like the young lady from
Stranger Things.
Yes, and other.
He claims it wasn't sexual, but his song makes it sound very sexual. The point being is you don't have to be the most realist, authentic, or the greatest rapper or singer.
Yes, you do to be the GOAT. You have to be the GOAT. You have to fit all those genres.
I'm saying in terms of the GOAT thing, everyone says the GOAT.
Son,
motherfucker, I heard you say you were the GOAT of
hip hop commentary.
Yeah, the other day.
I never said that.
You think you're the GOAT? Yes, you do. And audience, you don't. The truth is, feel your feelings. You know he said he was the GOAT. You know it.
No, don't trust your feelings. You're lying to yourself. I said I believe I'm one of the best hip hop commentators, not the greatest.
He's one of the best, but he's not the GOAT. Okay. I just misheard.
One of the best in regards to hip hop breakdown.
You are one of the best. However,
we gotta get the fuck out of here. You fucking psychopath. You're defending a light-skinned nigga from fucking Canada that he pretended to be a paraplegic.
That was his acting role, man. Are you done for the night?
I'm done.
Okay, so this has been the fanboy modeling school. I guess you know what's funny? The devil has been protecting Doja Cat.
No.
This is the second time we had a Doja Cat being a Satanist.
No.
That we didn't have time for.
We didn't talk about her. That means that when we talk about her next Monday, exclusively, she's got the fucking worst treatment ever.
We're gonna get you, Doja, you fake ass bitch.
Yo, here's the thing, right? All you fucking divergents, all you fucking red pill weird niggas, right? I don't date black women because of blah 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 and Doja Cat and all you fucking weird bitches. I only date these motherfuckers because of blah blah blah. Y'all need therapy. Doja Cat sucks. Her new song sucks. Her new LP sucks. And if you're supporting it, it's not about what's objective. You suck too. And if you do suck, make sure you look for Mantis's phone number at the bottom part of the screen.
Yo, hit me up. Yo, we're going to talk about this shit because I love seeing Steve so aggressive. He's like, her LP sucks. She sucks. Her dream sucks. Her attempt to refacet her life with her mother sucks. And like, basically, there's nothing good coming out of this bitch. But
Yo,
the point
Doja Cat is a mulatto piece of shit.
She
Not
is.
all mulattoes are pieces.
Yeah, I didn't like that you associated with that, but yes, she happens to be mulatto. She is a piece of shit. She's also a devil worshiper, but
She is. She's a bald-headed fucking cunt. I think Doja Cat is the type of girl that if one of my male friends told me he was dating, Mantis, if you told me you were dating Doja Cat and I knew who she was, I'd punch you in your face, man. Not because
don't punch me in my face. Just throw holy
no,
water on
nigga,
her.
you gotta punch your boy in the face. Like if it was me dating Doja Cat, punch me in my face. Like yo, Mantis, man. I met this young lady. She says she's into Satanism and she doesn't believe in exclusive relationships.
I'm punching everybody. But yo, I've had a great stream.
Great stream.
Yo, everyone who is still here, which is pretty much Max, and we love you for that. You have a great night. Live the dream. Next week we're gonna come in. We're gonna talk serious Doja Cat next week.
That cunt.
Peace. This is the Fanboy Modeling School. Taking off. Ciao for now, bitches.